Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. And salutations to the brothers, the elect brothers pushing this truth with sincerity across all four corners of the globe. Starting out, with all the things that's going on in this world, heavy prophecy is unfolding, politically, geographically, socially, all these things, which will lead ultimate to the judgment of the whole entire earth, man. Everybody here, all these things is coming down the pipeline, and they're coming in hot, all right? We all seeing things that we never seen before, unheard of things, snow in the cold, in the hottest places, and heat waves in the coldest places, all right, earthquakes, you name it, floods, wildfires, all right. The mortality rate is raising, people dying at a young age, all right. All these things are the pangs and sorrows of the end times, all right. So, that'll make me want to go into, Matthew's prophecy of Yahweh Shai speaking about the end times, man. And I'm going to go right into it. This is Matthew 24. I'm going to start at 3. And it says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came out unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be?" All right. When will those things be? The things be is the coming of, of Yahweh Shai when he returns. All right. So they want to know when these things be. And that's what we do. We look towards current events. We go towards the scriptures to find out what are these things that's coming down the pipeline. All right. And see if it matches the scriptures. All right. Because this is what Yahweh Shai told them. Right. So it says they came upon him, onto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, of the end of the world? Right. So they wondering, all right, what are going to be the signs? And when is it that you're going to return? In Yahweh Shai, verse 4, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Right. This is the time where people are going to be coming in the name of, thinking they got the prophecies and thinking they got the truth and try to, tell you something other than what's according to the scriptures. Especially these false prophets, these pastors and all these other religious leaders. All right. They swear they know what they talk about, but they don't want to go against the men, all right, of great millstone, because they know that they're going to get confounded. All right. So they talk a lot of gibberish, but they don't talk about the prophecies, the destruction of this place, all right, the downfall of Esau. So that's what make them know that they going off. So they don't even want to venture into that field, because it's a minefield. They gonna be contradicting all of their saying. I mean, all of their beliefs. All right, of this glorious ending, this beautiful return of Yahushua, when that's not how it's going to be. Yahushua is coming back with great anger, all right, and wrath and vengeance, all right. So he said, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, or I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Right, all these false prophets is coming to deceive y'all, man. All right, so take heed that y'all don't be deceived, and listen to these all other false prophets, man, or these so-called Israelites who coming with the wrong doctrine, man, who don't believe that, the mark of the beast is the C-hip, man, or the RFID. That's false prophecy. All right? Or them telling you that the name is not important. You hear somebody talking about that, you know that ain't what you need to be learning and who you need to be learning from. All right? They shall come in his name, and they shall say that they are the one. And the name Jesus Christ is not the name, but they representing, Yahushua, but they're not even using his true name. So that's them being false right there as well, So keep an eye out for that. I know y'all here in America and y'all use the American term for Yahushua, but that's not his name. All right? So, reading on and beginning from verse 5, it says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. All right? Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled. Right? Because when we hear in the headlines that these things is coming down the pipeline with Iraq and Israel and all that, we stay on point and we observe, but we know that that's not the end all be all of wars. All right? That's just a prelude. That's the beginning. So we not troubled. We more excited about it than being troubled by it. We not up here telling everybody, oh, y'all all pray and hope we pass this. No, we want this to escalate. We want this to run its course, because the ultimate war is going to be fought between Yahushua and the rest of this world. All right? Because the third world's war is just the beginning. All right? He still has to fight a battle as well, because they're going to try to do war with him as well, not just destroy this place. They're going to destroy this place, but that's not the end all be all. All right? That's part of it, but we not troubled by it. All right? So Yahushua said, be ye not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right? Because these things must come to pass, but the end is ultimately when the Lord judges the world and makes it right again. All right? The whole world has to be judged. So these are the signs. All right? You see Texas flooded. That's not the end, but those are some of the signs. All right? You see these wars going on. You see people dying at a young age. Malcolm Jamal Warner. All these things is happening, man. You see the big, beautiful bill being passed. All right? That's just the big bad draconian bill. That's just going to make it Jacob's trouble even more elevated. But that's not the end. You also need to watch out for that chip that's coming down. I mean, the C hip. All right, that's coming down the pipeline. I analyzed my monetary consumption as far as spending money or whatever, and it seemed like everything that I do, everything that goes on, it's like you got to use your card for. You know, some stores ain't even taking paperbacks no more. All right, everything is just like, scan your card, tap your card, swipe your card. So that reality is coming down the pipeline, most definitely. All right. Stay on the lookout for that, and stay on the watch for these signs that's out here, because they all around us. And it's what the Lord was saying, that will happen during the end times. There's the end of this world, the end of the Esau's kingdom. But what ushers in after the end of Esau's kingdom? Jacob's rule, all right? And Jacob's rule is the righteous kingdom. And what happens when we in the righteous kingdom? We rejoice. What's happening right now when we in the wicked kingdom? We mourn. Everybody's walking around here like they in a realm of sorrow, all right? Like Isaiah 13 said that pangs and sorrow shall take hold of thee, man. If it ain't your body issues, I know young brothers that have body issues and feeling like they, 60, 70 years old, 50, 60 years old, and they're in their 20s and 30s. All right, me, myself, I'm pushing 50, but I feel like I'm 70. All right, these sorrows, these pangs, like a woman that's in travail, man. A woman that has labor pains is constantly in a bad mood, in a bad state of mind. All right, and that's what's happening to the people of today, man. It's summertime. People don't look so happy and joyful. All right, these are the end times, and we in mourning. All right, because we in the wicked system. We in the wicked rulership. That time is coming where we're going to be in a righteous rulership, and we shall rejoice. All right, so stay on your watch, and stay prayed up. Lord willing, we almost out of here. With that, Lord willing, I hope that was edifying. And till next time, shalom.